So this whole time I was recording my ambitions review and I did not realize I did not have my microphone that is clipped to my shirt, to my dress, plugged into my computer. So the volume for the actual review sounds different. If you cannot hear me, I'm sorry. I'm not low, I don't think, and I'm going to cut the volume up a little bit, but I don't want to cut it up so much where it's distorted. But hopefully the volume is not too weird, but that's why it's a difference in the sound. I did not have my microphone plugged up. But enjoy the review anyway, and see y'all in a second. Peace. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for Ambition Season 1, Episode 10. Next week is the mid-season finale. I thought I had pictures from this episode. I could have swore I took pictures, but I don't see them on my computer. So, we have no pictures. Anyway, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird. JayBird. Dun 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 dun. It's late and I feel like screaming. Do not forget to also like this video. Hit the like button, okay? It'll be greatly appreciated. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram. I post a lot of updates on my IG. My IG link is in the description box below this video, so always check the description box for information. Okay, let's get started. So we see, I didn't review last episode. Y'all know I was completely frustrated. I don't remember much from last week, but we'll move past it. No, I don't think anything from last week kind of flows into this week too much, so it's fine. So we see Rondell goes to Titus for help. Mainly because he told her before, if you need help, come to me, Rondell. And then Rondell goes to Titus, and what does Titus do? He says, I can't help, Rondell. I'm too swamped with work. Because I would have to do it pro bono. I would have to do it, with my off hours or whatever. And this class action lawsuit that I got going on, it's just so much. It's just so much. Like, oh, it's okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think all this time that, when I was trying to fix this and fix that, to come and talk to you or whatever. I'm like, is that too much boo? I don't want you to flag my damn channel. Anyway, so we then see she leaves. We then see Evan. Evan is at his office, and he gets a visit from that guy who he wants his friend's company to come to Atlanta. And he comes in with his wife, Marilyn. Now, we know his wife, Marilyn, is Sora's sisters with Amara and also Stephanie. And Stephanie was blackmailing her because she had a body in the pool of the man she was sleeping with, and Stephanie helped her cover it up or whatever. And she's like, if you don't tell your husband to have his business to be here in Atlanta, I'm gonna let the secret out the bag about you. And so we see that her husband's like, you know what? We've made a decision on where we're going to put our business. And Evan was oh so happy because as far as he knew, they was gonna be coming to Atlanta. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, thank you. We're going to be going to Charlotte. Okay? Charlotte? To Charlotte? I saw Charlotte. He said yes because Charlotte has one thing that Atlanta does not. He's like, and what is that? And Marilyn said, a backstabbing ass, crooked ass, you know what I'm saying, blackmailing ass wife of your punk ass first lady. Okay, I add a lot of curse words, but she basically said a blackmailing ass wife. And I said, well, that's true. So Evan seemed shocked, like, what? What? I don't know if he knew exactly what he had over her, but he knew it was something. Okay, he knew it was something, but he really didn't care. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, that's smart. Okay, so we see Marilyn just told her husband what it was, so that way she didn't have to force him to do things here. I said, well, she's smart, and it's good that her husband was on her side. We then see Amara. Amara is in her office minding her own business. Okay, and in walks her boss, who happens to be a white woman. White woman walks in the office and is like, hey, Amara, so I didn't like being on my work wherever she was. And come to find out, my employee is getting beaten up by your husband. How long have you been sleeping with Damon? She's like, first of all, my husband did not beat up Damon. That is not what happened. And secondly, I'm not sleeping with him. We had a relationship a long time ago before I came here. It was ended a long time ago. I came here, let alone he is up here stalking and fucking with us, okay? And this is the thing that made me mad about this. Clearly, Amara was living there, minding her business with her husband, and in walks Damon. And I'm like, not only in walked Damon, we know that he asked to be transferred to her location. So, if anything, it would seem like he's stalking her. But I digress. The white woman boss is like, well, I'm going to have to report this to HR because, I'm saying, it's the conflict of interest. And we can't believe this. And he's saying that you and your husband is making this a hostile work environment. She's like, where is he? Okay, because I want to see him lie to my face. He came out of my face. She's like, he is on leave for the next 2 weeks. She's like, what? He told me he was going back home to Baltimore to have big fun with the wretched. Now, y'all know where that's from or whatever. But he did tell her that he was going back home to Baltimore. She's like, Amara, are you not listening, okay? You need to get your shit together and be focused on this case against the mayor and them. And I'm like, that's what she had been doing until y'all forced her to work with him. Now, Amara's problem was she did not tell her boss immediately when he got there what was going on. To do what? Protect your own ass, okay? At all times, watch your own ass, okay? That's what you got to do. Anyway, so I'm just like, it's just crazy all over. Now we see Stephanie. Stephanie is in a meeting and she's kind of going crazy a little bit because, she's been stalking Rondell, trying to get Rondell to sign this deal. Rondell, like, I'm not signing this deal. I slept on it. I do not want to sign the deal at all, okay? So I'm not going to do it. So Stephanie is calling and texting and all smoke signals, bird calls, bad signals, the Powerpuff Girls phone, all that thing is going on, and Rondell ain't responding. So in this meeting, like with her other investors, they're like, what can we do? What can we do? We're going to lose money. They're all trying to figure out what to do to get out of this deal that they're in with Stephanie. She's like, everyone calm down, okay? We have been through this before. It's perfectly fine. No, we're not going to lose no money. We've had deals go close, to get close or down to the wire. There's some things going on. Rondell is going to agree with it or whatever. You understand? We're working out some details. It will be just fine. Well, what about if it don't work? All the good deals before that we've had that has went through has been under your father, okay? Not up under you. So maybe we should just pull out now. If any of you pull out, you will be scratching your head. No, you will be kicking yourself in the ass because, this is a wonderful deal and you need to just cool off and just shut up, okay? So who wants to walk away from the deal? No one says anything, but it's okay. We give you some more time, but if anything else happens, we're done, okay? We're done. And I promise you that I will make sure that no one wants to hire your firm even to represent them for a traffic ticket. And Stephanie said, you know what? You should know that only God can have mercy on anyone who makes enemies of us. And I said, are you sure? Are you sure, Stephanie? And so she convinces these people to keep their money in this plan that she have to rebuild the banks to be under Greg Peters. I'm like, girl, give it up. And I'm like, where the hell is Greg Peters? Where his ass at? He ain't here today. We then see Evan, who goes to confront Stephanie. He's pissed off. Why would you blackmail her? That is just stupid. Did she come to you and ask for help with me? He like, dummy, she didn't have to. She has a whole husband with millions. They going to Charlotte. To Charlotte, I could not. So she told him, he's like, yes, it's her fucking husband. Okay, I can't believe that she was the one with that guy and he died in the pool and I had to clean it up. I'm looking like her. It don't matter what she did. Her husband is behind her. He's like, you know what? Don't do shit. Let me handle it. But one time, follow my goddamn lead, okay? And then he walks out of her office and they're walking out. She's like, Evan. And they walk into the hallway and there's Bella. Bella ass always popping up at the worst moment. But I guess it is what it is. Oh, Bella, what are you doing here? Oh, I just need to talk to Stephanie. I have a couple of questions in private. Okay. All right, honey. I'll talk to you later. So we know that her and Evan, Stephanie and Evan, always play really, really nicey around anybody who, thinks they're happy. But I'm looking like, I really feel like Stephanie know that he was messing with her. I have that feeling in my gut, okay? In my upper, just all up in here. I feel it, okay? Anyway, she talks to Stephanie. Because Evan walks away, and she's like, I have this contract with this textile company, that's Crystal. I called the dude somebody else. I kept saying he played on something else, but he played on Power. He played Cristobal. So, he's telling her how, I'm doing this, have this contract with the Cristobal company, that ain't his name, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be sure that I'm not getting screwed over in this thing. Well, you really should have had someone look over before you signed the contract. I know, but if you can just give a look, see, let me know. They're a huge company. Like, how did you pull this off? And Stephanie's looking at the contract. I feel like she saw something that Stephanie didn't realize. Let her know something was going on, okay? That's what I feel. So at that point in time, you know what? I'll have one of my paralegals look it over because I don't have time right now, but we'll look it over and let you know. Oh, thanks so much, Stephanie. Oh, you're so wonderful. Okay? And so she leaves, but when she leaves, Stephanie has a look on her face like, bitch, I caught you. I feel like it's something. It's something. Because Stephanie is not, she's smarter than the average bear. So we have to keep in mind that I think she knows something. So when Bella goes to leave, she gets on the elevator. Evan is right there, waiting to chit-chat with her. He tells the security, meet me on the first floor. Okay, it must be a long elevator ride. So they ride down together. He's like, what are you doing here? Why are you around my wife? She's my friend. You never had an issue with it before. Right. Now, before, because I hang out, you had an issue with before because we're friends. You're not friends. You're the seamstress, okay? And that was before you try to keep my son away from me. I say, Evan, hey, Evan. Evan is a very sexy, dominant man when he's in control. I'm like, that's a new little Evan. What's going on, Evan? That's the picture I had of Evan dominating the scene, okay? Anyway, she's like, oh, now it's an issue, whatever. He's like, yes. And if you don't stop fucking with me, I promise you, you'll regret the day you were born. I think he said you're going to regret the day your mama pushed you on a coochie. But, I had to paraphrase because I don't have time for the bullshit. But he lets her know, I ain't playing. Like, it's not nicey with her. He like, look, you have really lost all, advantages of you know what I'm saying, dealing with me. And I'm going to say this. We see a couple other things. We see a scene where, because I don't care too much about Bella, and I don't mean that in a rude way. I just feel like she has this sense of entitlement that I don't understand, so I don't like her. But at the same time, Evan can't be cheating with her and then make her feel entitled and then get mad when she uses that entitlement to get what she wants. But we see like a scene with her talking to Rondell, and Rondell like, what I'm saying, your mom, loved you so much you can't be upset with her, whatever. You have one mom, you should cherish her. We then see, Bella talking to Cristobal, with the textiles and the clothes or whatever. My mom was too busy to talk to you, you know what I'm saying? And, I know you think I'm a playboy or whatever, but I'm not that. And, we like your design, blah, 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 blah. I don't care that he likes her. He clearly likes her, and she tells him, I'm not trying to mix business and pleasure. We see that. Okay, even Bella talking to her friend who says, you have it all. You have all these rich men at your fingertips, and you just, don't even care. I've worked hard to get what I want. But have you? Because even the thing that you've done here is because you're sleeping with the mayor. And you kind of blackmailing him a little bit because he had your kids. I mean, I guess it is what it is. But I feel like, the scene that we see from the next episode, I feel like Evan has set some shit up to get his son. And I feel it coming on. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I like Evan when he's like a little bit of a killer. Okay? Like he may kill you a little bit. Not all the way. But just a little bit. I like that. And then see Marilyn. Marilyn goes to talk to Amara because at this point, she's like, Stephanie on some bullshit. Like, she tried to play me or whatever, and me and my husband leaving town, we're going to a different state or whatnot. Before I left, I want to tell you to watch your back when it comes to Stephanie, because she has something up her sleeve at all times. Now, she doesn't say what it is, but she just warned Amara that, said, Stephanie, don't play fair. But we know that Stephanie don't play fair with nobody, so Amara already knows that. So back at home, we see Amara and Titus having a conversation where he tells her, like, you gotta talk to my boss. My boss isn't upset about the, accusations from Damon. He liked that I had balls. And she brings up how, again, Marilyn came and talked to her and kind of warned her to watch out for Stephanie. And I'm like, when she warned you to watch out for Stephanie, why didn't you think about, hey, how did Damon get here? Because of Stephanie. How did you not put two and two together? I don't get how her nor Titus realized it's Stephanie bringing a wedge between. Girl, I would have been seeing that shit and went and karate chopped Stephanie in the throat. Anyway, I'm liking this with this. We then see Stephanie, okay? She goes down to Rondell's and she's trying to force her to sign this contract. And she's like, no, I'm not signing shit. Leave me be. Everybody down like you're trying to sell out or whatever. I don't care. And matter of fact, I got counsel now. Oh, who do you have? Some cheap lawyers, Rondell? No, she has me. And in walked Titus. I said, oh, Titus, you done came back and helped Rondell? Probably because he talks to Amara, who said, I like her. Like, she's my friend. Like, help her, bro. Help her. And so Titus is like, look, she not signing to leave us alone. Titus, you have to tell her this is the best deal she's going to get. He's like, no, she don't want to leave us be going about their business. We're going to file for a motion to, continue whatever, to give her more time, to get more signatures or whatever. And when we do that, that'll be it. I hope you live to regret this. Now, he didn't hear her say that. He also, I don't know if you're talking to him or Rondell, but neither of them heard her say that because they had already walked away. So, we then see she goes to Titus' office, Stephanie does, and say, you're fighting a losing battle. Like, even if y'all get the most signatures, like, eventually, Peter is going to get control of the area, and she's going to have to sell. This way, at least she gets the money that will help her, do whatever else, and it will leave her family's restaurant in the community. And I'm like, he's like, no, she wants to do this. I don't have time for you and your bullshit or whatever. And I say, won't your boss be upset when he finds out that you're out here in the streets, doing free work for the commoners or whatever? I'm looking like, why can't that man do something in his free time? Okay? Anyway, he's like, look, I worry about my boss, and you worry about yours. How is your father doing? Everyone knows I work for myself. No, you work for your father, okay? You work for your pappy. Who's the daddy? He's the daddy, and he's the boss. And, I feel like because we haven't seen him or her mama, I'm like, where are they? Like, cause usually they was around. I'm like, all this going on, and her parents then came and popped up and said, what you doing? Nothing. But I guess it is what it is. So we then see Stephanie get home. And she's so flustered. And she's going through her emails. And she's like, we're not doing the deal. We're not doing the deal. We're done. Like, all the investors are dropping out like flies. Like, I'm done. And she's like, oh, I cannot believe this. She then gets a text from Peters saying, it's out of my hands now. Time's up. So then Stephanie makes a phone call to somebody and says, I need security on Rondell 24/7, okay? And she cannot know that she's being protected. How you keep her safe, and they need to be with her at all times, all day, all night. And I'm looking like, so Peter's gonna kill Rondell? I'm just like, it's not even her restaurant. It's her day. Well, I guess if they take Rondell out, she'll be the one, because she's the one fighting a good fight. Okay. Anyway, we then see Evan. Evan calls a meeting with the dude and his wife, okay? I'm like, goddamn peanut. The dude and his wife, who he wants them to bring the business to Atlanta. Because, well, they told him they can't because of his blackmailing ass wife. And so he's like, look, I called y'all here to talk. What is she doing here? She's a blackmailer. We told you we leaving. We good, bro. What do you want? Like, look, I don't think you want me to call, congressman or so-and-so and so-and-so. I don't know what name he said. And when he said the name, the husband was looking like, oh, shit. Who is that? That's the person who has all the stakes in your husband's company. And if they have been waiting to do a hostile takeover, and all he needs is the information that you, his wife, murdered someone, and they would take over your husband's company. And he was, so he's upset. So if you bring the company here, we won't tell them. She's like, man, don't let them blackmail you. He's like, shut up. Okay, you have done enough. And I feel like I have to protect my company. Meaning I forgave you before this. Okay, because I didn't know Evan knew about this. I'm like, When Evan told Stephanie, let me handle it, he was making phone calls to figure out how to get to the husband directly, not get to the husband through the wife. I say Evan is smart, okay? He was real sexy too. Anyway, so the dude agreed to, bring his company there. It's gonna make him a lot of money. And at this point the wife is mad. I cannot deal with you. You know what? I should have killed you when I had the chance. I said, kill? Who you gonna kill? Your husband? No. Stephanie. So he finally figured out who poisoned Stephanie. It was Marilyn. She was pissed off because Stephanie threatened to tell her husband what was going on. She doesn't use enough poison. Okay. I was like, oh, I thought it was someone else. You bitch. And she tries to get Marilyn, but of course the men keep them separate and they don't get to fighting. And so Marilyn and her husband leave, and now Amara also hot and heavy for Evan. Like, I forgot how sexy it is when you take over a room. When you go ahead and you destroy an apartment. Lock the door. Yes, ma'am. I'm like, Evan has a dominant side, but he also has that, submissive side. I'm like, come on, Evan. Come on to the back door of the nastiness, of the naughtiness, okay? And then we finally see for the first time Evan and Stephanie having sex scene all season. Considering all season, the married couple been having sex with everybody else except each other. So I'm like, well, at least they like each other still. It is what it is. We then see Damien. Damien has went to Titus's job. Okay, Titus is leaving. It's the middle of the night. Okay, it's dark outside and everything. Okay, he like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing here? What do you want now? I want you to stop being a fool. Okay, I just came here to be honest with you. He's like, look, man, it's cameras here, so you can't act like I beat you up or whatever. I don't care about that. I just want to tell you the truth. Your wife was lying to you. About what? First of all, the fact that Titus stood there and listened to Damien, to me, pissed me off. I'm not listening to that nan dude who was already lied and said I beat him up. I don't care what you have to say. Leave me be, bro. You can tell me that you fucked my wife today at 3 p.m. at the same time I called my wife and she didn't answer her phone. And then when the phone answered by itself, I heard your voice. I would still say it wasn't you. I don't believe shit you got to say. Anyway, he then said, she told you that we only had sex once. That's not true. We had sex multiple times, okay? We was always having sex. I don't believe you. You're lying. He's like, whatever. Go take your email. I sent you some stuff. And then he walks away. Titus then walks away and go check his email. And then we see Amara getting home and walking the house. Honey? Oh, such a long day. Why are you in here in the dark? It's never good when you get home and your man is sitting in the dark. I had a man. I came home. My ex was sitting in the dark. We're broken up now. Anyways, he like, I'm done. And she's like, what? Tell me what you're talking about. I'm done. What happened now? The same thing that's been happening. Damon Cross. Oh, what did he do now? What is going on now? You told me it was just one time. And her whole face paused. I said, oh shit, it wasn't a lie. Her face told it all. Her whole face like, I told you I made one mistake. Don't play word games with me. Technically y'all know I hate people who play dictionary. Don't play word games with me. And technically saying I made a mistake don't mean you had sex one time. It means my mistake was the man, not how many times I was with the man. But again, I feel like she knew at that point in time he would not have been able to understand or even take in that she was having an affair with Damien versus I slept with Damien. Because that's two different things. I told y'all. People, it's a difference between somebody cheating. But no, it's a difference between somebody who cheated on you one time versus someone who was cheating on you in a continuous situation, okay? And it seems like Amara was cheating on him in a continuous situation, okay? And he is not happy about it. You know, how many times did you crawl out of his bed and into mine? How many times, Amara? It wasn't like that. I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I read all the texts between y'all. So I love yous and that I miss you. I heard the messages from you. He then plays the message of Amara sleeving that she left. Oh, Damon ain't shit. He ain't shit. He kept everything, girl. He kept everything. Okay, the message is like, I come so hard. Not like porn. Okay, together. I come so hard with you. You know what I'm saying? When I love how you touch me. I love when your hands on me. You know what I'm saying? All I can think about is being with you. And I'm like, and she sounded enthused. And he's like, you know, I'm like, oh shit. I know this is a TV show, but I'm like, you left evidence? Girl, when you cheat, you don't do that. You don't leave messages on another man's phone when you're married. Girl, oh shit. She's like, look, okay, you know, you were never home. Because she said too, like, he's never here. And even when he is here, it's like, it doesn't even really matter. I'm only thinking about you. I'm like, oh, girl. You would down your husband to your mistress of the man? I can't take it. So then she said, like, no, you were never home. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're home more. Don't blame this on me. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I was busy working and making a better life for you and our daughter, okay? You can't blame me. She's like, babe, this is exactly what Damon wants. Don't let him do this. Don't let him ruin. Please don't let him ruin us. You did this, okay? You did. He said, every time you lay down with him, you did this. I'm leaving. I'm done. Titus, please don't leave me. Titus, please don't leave me. Please do not walk out on me. And he's just walking out the door. No, and she's just crying. Oh, she can't breathe, girl. And truthfully, I feel like Titus let Damien win. You already knew your wife was a cheater. She already had cheated. And even though she should have been forthright and honest about how many times and what the situation was, if you had already forgiven her for cheating, does it matter how many times? Doesn't matter how many times. I mean, yes. Because if my husband told me he cheated once and I found out it was a continuing thing, I would be pissed. But if we were already working through it, I think I would have to keep working through it. I'd be pissed off, okay? And he would have a lot of making up to do to me. I don't know if I would let that person win and leave my spouse. My thing is, you've known all this time. You've been back all this time. You've been doing things. He been doing things to break y'all up the whole time. He got cameras, girl. And that's how the episode went off, for her crying and not being able to breathe and just being like, oh my God, I can't. Oh my God, no. Oh my God. And girl, it was good this episode. It was good this episode. And next week is the season finale, so I cannot wait for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, people, peace.